Here's a bit of a weird one. A veteran reporter, Miguel Ferrer, trails a man by the name of Dwight Renfield, who's going from small airport to small airport, killing whoever happens to be there and draining them of their blood. The twist is he believes he's a vampire. Now, is he actually a vampire, or is he just a crazed Dracula fan going on a killing spree? Okay, so I didn't know much about this movie except for the vague premise, but this turned out to be a really solid flick. To me, at least. I only say this because when this movie was released, it got trashed. It was only straight to DVD, so it's kind of understandable, but I found this to be a pretty damn good movie. The premise itself is a really neat idea, and I think this movie devotes just enough time to it to make it really work. It's not too long and it's not too short. It's just right, even though by industry standards, it's a pretty short movie. Miguel Ferrer returns to another Stephen King adaptation, and he does a fucking amazing job. Even the people that didn't like this movie praised his performance. He gives it his all, despite being in a schlocky bargain bin movie. He plays a great unlikable asshole, and you absolutely hate everything he does every step of the way. The mystery, though, is what brings you in. Despite being stuck with this prick as a protagonist, you really want to find out what's going on. It slowly builds into a great and satisfying payoff. Julie Entwistle as Catherine Blair does a decent job, but she doesn't really do anything of interest until the last 10 or to 15 minutes of the movie. She plays that typical naive reporter, and she was fine. Don Monahan plays their eccentric boss, and he's a great douchebag through and through. From what I read, it follows the short story almost verbatim, with the exception of two things. One is the character of Catherine Blair, who is non existent in the short story, and two is the ending, which is way better than in the short story. It just makes sense for the characters. I also like how this was a great but grim examination of tabloid journalists, how they, in and of themselves, are like vampires, just who the villain of the movie is believed to be. The whole thing is on YouTube. I urge you to check it out. It is actually pretty damn good. Just don't look it up on Google because it kind of ruins the movie for you if you do.